Just finding a comfortable space, maybe sitting cross-legged or however feels right for your body, and then just giving the sit bones a little wiggle, allowing them to connect into the ground. Rolling the shoulders, opening up the chest, and maybe shaking the head from side to side, yes and no, however feels right today. And then when you're ready, taking a nice deep inhale through the nose and a big sigh through the mouth. Allowing the chest to fall soft into the body. Inhale. Exhale. One more here, deep inhale through the nose. And then on this exhale, I want you to allow your eyes to slowly soften. Bringing your attention inwards. And focusing deep on your breath. The gentle rise and lowering of your chest. And the warm sensation that's coming from deep within. Start to feel the space that you're opening up inside the rib cage as it grows deeper into your belly. Feel as the breath grows more full with every inhale. And allow it to slow down with each exhale. We're going to take 4 counts for the inhale, 4 to hold, 4 to exhale, and 4 to hold again. So when you're ready, taking a deep inhale for 4, 3, 2, holding the breath for 4, 3, 2, slowly exhale for 4, 3, 2, hold the breath for 4, 3, 2, inhale for 4, 3, 2, holding for 4, 3, 2, exhale for 4, 3, 2, holding for 4, 3, 2, inhale for 4, 3, 2, holding for 4, 3, 2, exhale for 4, 3, 2, holding for 4, 3, 2, keeping this pattern going. Maybe you find that you want to increase to maybe 5 or 6 counts for that breath. Or maybe you are absolutely fine exactly where you are. On your next exhale, slowly come back to your natural rhythm of breathing. Feel what's changed inside of your body. Feel that you're more aware of how you are feeling, what your body is needing, and what your body is asking from you this morning. When you're ready, you're going to take your hands behind the sit bones as you slowly blink the eyes open. Bring the feet out in front of you as you slowly tilt the knees over to one side, finding that rotation through the hips and all the way over to the opposite side as well. Taking the feet, making sure they're wider than the hips so we can get that big rotation. Thinking about both knees pressing into the ground, rotating through the lower back, through the hip flexors, gently warming up through the spine and the hips here. When you're ready, you're going to come all the way, extending the legs out in front of you, taking that deep inhale to lift up, fingertips reaching high to the sky. Exhale as you reach the fingertips forwards, allowing that forehead to soften gently over the legs. This stretch isn't for your flexibility right now. We're a little bit cold still, so we just want to allow that body to soften into this pose. Try not to pull yourself anywhere just yet. Just allow the weight of your head to drop towards the knees. Allow the elbows to fall heavy towards the ground. Taking that deep inhale. And that big exhale, slowly rolling through the spine back into the earth. Hands behind you, walking you down if you need that as well. We're gonna hug our right knee tight into the chest, finding that squeeze towards us. Start to roll that right knee round, creating nice big circles through that right hip. When you're ready, you're gonna take that right knee and take your right forearm underneath the knee. So you've got a little hook into that right knee. Slowly press that right hand all the way out to the side, opening up through the hips. Finding the stretch as you press the left hip down and pull the right knee out towards the side of the body. Deepening that stretch, taking that deep inhale. And that big exhale. For 3, for 2, for 1, coming back to the center, flex the toes as you reach the heel up towards the sky. Maybe you have the hands around the hamstring, or maybe you walk the hands up above the knee. Wherever you are, make sure you're not on the back of the kneecap. You're going to take that deep inhale. As you exhale, gently and slowly, start to pull the leg towards the body, allowing the head to drop heavy, shoulders to drop into the ground. Finding the length in the back of the leg through that hamstring. Wherever you are right now, breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1, bending the knee, changing over, pulling that left knee tight towards the chest. Finding those gentle circles through that left hip right now. Thinking about creating space, massaging into those hip flexors, and allowing that knee to soften into the chest. When you're ready, you're going to take that left forearm underneath that left kneecap, creating that little lever with your left hand as you gently and slowly open up that left hip, making sure that right hip bone is pulling back into the ground, keeping the hips square. Taking that deep inhale. Exhale, maybe you deepen that stretch through that hip. Breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly back to center. Flex the toes, reach the heel up high. Interlace the hands either behind the thigh or even up behind the calf, wherever feels most comfortable. Taking that deep inhale, that exhale as you slowly and gently pull that leg a little bit closer towards the chest. Taking that deep breath through the body, allowing it to soften and relax the muscles. Breathing here for 3, For 2. For 1, bringing both knees into the chest. We're going to take that gentle rock and roll all the way up, moving through the spine, finding your sit bones as you find that balance at the top of your roll. So we want to find that little lift through our core, finding the spine stacked long, one vertebrae on top of the other, and then rolling back down as we gently massage through the spine here. On your last one, you're going to hold at the top, finding that balance, squeezing the inner thighs. If you want a challenge, maybe you take the arms out to the side, or maybe even extend the legs up into your boat pose. Breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1, crossing the ankles, bring the hands forwards over the shins as you come into your tabletop position. Starting to find that gentle cat-cow, arching, opening up the chest. Exhale, curving the spine, taking that inhale. Inhale as you open, shoulders pull down the back. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, chin to chest. Inhale to open. Exhale to curve. If you want to start to take this side to side, find what feels right. Just allowing that body to move and groove whatever feels that you need. Maybe you want to try something different today. Maybe you come down onto the elbows. Or maybe you take the hands wide out to the side. Again, this is all about experimenting what feels right for your body, what feels good for you. There is no right or wrong answer right now. So just take this time for yourself. Slowly, when you're ready, coming back to your neutral spine, we're going to tuck the toes under. Start to shift our weight back into the feet, finding the stretch through the metatarsals. Inhale, lift back into the hands. Exhale, pressing through the toes, through the arches. Inhale to lift. One more time here. Exhale, holding the weight back into the feet. We're going to lift our belly button up and we're going to round our back. So we're coming into that cat pose, but we're really pulling our weight back into our heels. Slowly, when you're ready, I want you to see if you can push the floor away with the hands and start to hover the knees just off the ground. Exhale, slow and control as you lower the knees back to the floor. Inhale, lifting and hovering the knees. Exhale, slowly lower. Lovely. One more time here. Inhale, hover the knees. This time, pressing the hips all the way up and back, finding the release through the quads and the release through the head. Maybe you shake yes and no. Maybe you pad through the feet or shake out the hips. Whatever it is that you need to do, just take a moment here again. Your first downward dog of the day, so make it kind, make it juicy. However it is that you need to move your body this morning. Lovely. When you're ready, start to bring your big toes to touch, squeezing the inner thighs. Think of lifting your sit bones up and back, pushing from the hands as the weight shifts back into the legs. Thinking about that spine lengthening into that straight line for me here. Maybe you need to keep a soft bend in the knees so you can get as much lift through the pelvis as possible. Allowing that breath to move all the way through the body. As you take that deep inhale, we'll start to lift the heels high. Exhale as you start to bend the knees, shifting the weight back. Inhale as you ripple forwards into your plank position. Bring your eye line in front of your fingertips, extending through the back and the front of the neck here. Squeezing the midline, inner thighs tight, arms pushing the ground away as you slow and control, drop the knees down to the ground, untuck the toes. hugging the elbows in tight towards the body as you slowly allow the chest to release into the earth, maybe giving the hips a little shake side to side once you reach the bottom of that move. When you're ready, we're going to take the elbows, forearms out in front of us, finding that half cobra. Squeezing the elbows towards the rib cage as the heart reaches through the chest. Tops of the feet pressing down, thigh bones lifting up as you squeeze the glutes, activating that posterior chain. Taking that deep inhale as the heart lifts even higher. Exhale as you roll down, bring the hands underneath the shoulders this time. We're lifting up into that full cobra, pushing through the hands, extending the chest even further off the ground. Again, the legs are still active, tops of the feet pushing, thigh bones lifting, glutes are squeezing. Inhale to the top. Exhale, release into the earth. Holding here, we're going to squeeze our right heel towards our bum. Think of the inner thighs staying nice and tight. Right heel's going to lift all the way up towards the sky. I want you to feel the thigh bone hover off the floor. You're going to add a little pulse in that right heel, lifting up towards the sky. So 1 inch movement, squeezing and strengthening through those glutes, finding that little press, that little push up, up. Now I want you, while you're here, to think about that belly button, drawing in towards the spine so that core is active. Finding that squeeze, lift, lift. Yes, 4, 3, 2, you're going to hold at the top. Hold that thigh bone nice and high. Think about that left leg right now. Are you lifting the thigh bone off the ground, pressing the tops of the toes into the floor? Both legs are active. Maybe you add a little cobra here at the front of the chest. Squeezing that right heel up, lifting the heart forwards. Breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly release all the way down. Give the hips a little shake. We're going to take that left side. So that left heel is going to squeeze in. Inner thighs are tight together. Knees are touching. When you're ready, you're going to lift that heel up. Think about tucking the tailbone under so that hips aren't lifting off the ground. We want to push the hips down and lift through the hamstring. When you're ready, you're going to add that little pulse, that little 1 inch lift through that left leg. Lift, lift. That's it. So we're activating the hamstring. The glutes are starting to work that little bit harder. And we're strengthening that posterior chain, the chain that works all the way down the back of our body. When you're ready, I want you to start to think about that belly button, tucking and lifting up towards the spine as you press the heel even higher. Maybe you see if you can add the lift of the chest here, shoulders pulling down the spine. You're going to hold that left heel at the top. Squeeze the inner thighs that little bit tighter. Keep that right leg active. Tops of the feet are pressing into the ground and that thigh bone is lifting up. Breathing 3, breathing 2, breathing 1, releasing all the way down. Lovely, guys. We're going to press up to our tabletop. Give the hips a little shake here. Finding that little roll through the spine, whatever it is you need to do right now. When you are ready, you're going to tuck the toes, sending the hips high up into a downward dog. Again, give the feet, give the hips a little wiggle, whatever you need to do right now. When you're ready, slowly bring the big toes together. We're going to take that deep inhale. Heels lift high. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, ripple forwards, collarbones over the fingertips. Exhale, knees to floor, chest lowers down. Inhale to your full cobra. Exhale, lifting the hips nice and high up into your downward dog. Untuck the toes. We're going to walk the feet forwards all the way towards our hands, finding our forward fold right at the top of our mat. Big toes touch, small gap between the heels so that our feet are parallel on the sides of our mat. Taking that deep inhale, big exhale, find that forward fold, a little bit extra space out of the lower back there. Taking the hands to the front of the shins, we're finding that halfway lift. Inhale to that flat back. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, hands to the earth as you push the ground away and roll all the way up through the spine. Hands lift high above the head. Exhale, hands to heart center and all the way down to the sides of the body, finding that mountain pose. Fingers and toes are spreading as wide as you can. Roll the shoulders as you start to squeeze the shoulder blades into the back. When you're ready, I want you to shift the weight forwards into the balls of the feet. Squeeze the heels tight as you start to lift the heels all the way up off the ground. Finding that control, finding that balance. The small shifts of weight through the feet here. Belly button is lifting, rib cage is dropping down as you find that control. Allowing the breath to stay consistent through the body here. Try not to hold it in that balance. When you're ready, slowly allowing the heels to lower gently into the earth. Inhale as both arms reach up. Exhale, down through heart center. Forward fold, hands to the earth. Stepping back right and left as you find your plank position. Exhale, option here, full chaturanga or knees to floor. Inhale to your cobra. Exhale, roll back down to the ground. We're going to take that right hand towards our right heel this time. So our heel is squeezing in and our right hand is going to grab on the outside of our ankle. I want you to flex the foot so the sole of the foot is facing up towards the sky. Same movement that we're going to do with the leg. We're going to lift the heel and thigh bone off the ground. Start to push the ankle into the palm of the hand as you start to feel that right shoulder deepen in the stretch. If you want to take it a little bit further, maybe that left elbow comes out in front of you and you start to lift the chest up even more. Start to feel that stretch open up through the chest. Heart will reach out a little bit higher. Breathing here for 3, for 2, 4, and slowly release all the way down. Changing over. Left hand towards that left ankle. Flexing the foot, squeezing the inner thighs. Start to press the thigh up and then push the heel, push the ankle into the palm of the hand. Again, if you want to take it deeper, that right elbow is going to come in front of you. And you're going to feel that shoulder stretch, open up the chest that little bit further now. Reaching the heel up to the sky, we're activating through the glutes, through the hamstring. Breathing here for 3, for 2, 4, and slowly release all the way down. Give the hips a little shake. This time we're going to go for something a little different. So we're going to go for opposites. So we're going to bring our right heel in and our left hand on the inside of that heel. Right elbow is going to come in front of you. Same movement that you were doing before, inner thigh squeezing. You're going to lift the thigh up, press the ankle into the hand, and feel that chest opening up. Finding that balance, finding that squeeze through the core. Breathing here for 3, for 2, 4, and slowly release down. Other side, we're going to take that left heel in, right hand towards that left heel. Last one here, guys, I promise. Squeeze the inner thighs, roll the shoulder, press the ankle into the hand. Remember, you've got that left elbow to lift you that little bit further if you want it. Taking that deep breath in through the nose for 3, for 2, 4, and slowly release all the way down. We're going to take those gentle twists as we lift back into our tabletop. Right hand towards the head, elbow up to the sky as you open up the chest, and then thread that right hand all the way under. Think of the shoulder coming towards that left wrist. Breathing and allowing that breath to soften the body here. Allowing the head to fall heavy into the mat. For 3, for 2, for 1, slowly coming back to center. Left hand behind the head. Inhale as the elbow lifts up. Exhale as we thread the left hand underneath the right. Allowing that left shoulder to drop down into the ground. Finding that gentle twist through the spine. Allowing that tension to release. Lovely, guys. 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips up into your downward dog. We're going to start off by taking our 3-legged dog today. So we're going to start off with that right leg reaching up towards the sky. Remember, you want to keep the hips nice and square here. So those toes are extending and that right hip is pulling forwards. We're going to take a nice deep inhale as we bring the knee up in towards our chest, shifting forwards into our plank position. Slow and control as we step that right foot underneath our chest. Lovely, guys. We're going to start off with that high lunge. So feet stay where they are. Maybe you see if you can drop the hips a little lower. And we're going to take that deep inhale to lift both arms up. Exhale, I want you to see if you can drop a little bit deeper into that hip stretch. Breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1. You're going to interlace the hands behind you. Roll the shoulders back as you pull the hands towards that left heel. Heart lifts up. Taking that deep inhale, exhale, humble warrior. Left heel drops down to the earth and forehead reaches towards that right ankle. Hands are either pressing overhead, or if you're finding that too much, feel free to bring the hands towards the ground, whatever feels best for your body. Breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1. Taking the hands down to the earth, windmilling the arms left and right to lift all the way up into your warrior 2 stance. Fingertips are reaching away from the center. Maybe you see if you can drop the hips and bend into that front leg a little bit further. Breathing for 3, for 2, for 1. Right elbow towards the right knee. Left arm extends all the way up in that diagonal line. Again, I want you to see if you can drop the hips even further right now. Keeping that right arm active, I want the fingertips spreading in both hands. So we're not dropping into the shoulder. I want you to pull the shoulder away from the ear, away from the neck. Find that length in 3, in 2, in 1, lifting all the way back to your warrior 2. You're going to stretch that right leg all the way out, and then we're going to find that tilt forwards. So that right hand is going to slide down the front of that right shin as you find your triangle pose. Option here is to either hold on to the ankle of that right leg, or if it's available, maybe you reach the right hand down towards the earth. Stacking the left shoulder all the way on top as you find that deep breath. For 3, for 2, for 1. Bending that right knee. Bring the left hand on the inside of that right leg. You're going to take a nice big step back to find your plank position. Exhale, chaturanga, or knees to floor. Inhale to your up dog or your cobra. Exhale to your down dog. Feet hip width apart. You're going to take a big hop, step, or jump to the top of your mat, bringing both feet together. Taking that halfway lift. Inhale, collarbones extending forwards. Exhale, forward fold and bend the knees. Inhale, rolling up, hands high above the head. We're going to pull that right knee all the way up into the chest, pushing into that left foot. So we're grounding ourselves through the left leg, squeezing the right knee up into the chest. Now I'm going to face you so you can see. We're going to take the ankle towards the knee and the knee out to the side. So you've got that figure of 4 stretch. If you need to grab hold of your foot or you need to grab hold of a wall, that is fine. Please don't worry. It's no stress. When you're ready, you're going to start to send the hips back as you find that chair pose variation, bringing the hands into the heart. Nice and slowly finding that stretch through the glutes. Allowing the hips to sink nice and low. Maybe even start to squeeze the shoulder blades to open up that chest a little bit further. Think of bringing the hands down towards the heart center so we can open the elbows out to the side. So you've got that pressure in the hands and the palms. Taking that deep inhale, that big exhale for 3, for 2, For one, either releasing the leg, or if you want a challenge, maybe you bring the hands down and find that forward fold. Wherever you are, either both feet down or 1 foot down, breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1, hop, step back, find that plank. Exhale, chaturanga, knees to floor. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog, changing over to that left side. This time, left leg reaches all the way up, keeping those hips square as you pull that left hip down to the ground. We're going to take that big inhale, knee to chest, as we shift forwards into our plank position. Slow and control as we unlock that left leg, placing the foot down into the floor. Lovely, guys. We're going to start off with that high lunge, so swinging the hands up above the head. As you take that exhale, I want you to see if you can drop the hips a little bit deeper, opening up that right side this time. In 3, in 2, in 1. Interlace the hands behind the back, rolling the shoulders, pulling the fists towards that right heel this time. Feeling the shoulder blades squeeze, the chest opening up, breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1. Right heel down, humble warrior, forehead towards that left ankle as you press the hands all the way over the top. Maybe see if the hips can drop even further here into this stretch. Breathing through the body for 3, for 2, for 1. Release the hands down on the inside of the left leg. Start to wimble the arms left and right, opening up into that warrior 2. Dropping the hips that little bit deeper, fingertips extending, chest is opening. Breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1. Left elbow towards that left knee. Right arm extends all the way up into that side angle. Again, I want you to see if you can drop the hips a little bit further here, creating that long line from your right fingertips to your right heel. Breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1. Lifting back into your warrior 2. We're going to stretch that left leg this time. We're going to take that hinge from the hips as that left arm slides down that left shin, coming into our triangle pose, stacking the shoulders on top of each other, maybe holding the ankle, or if your body allows you, maybe you take that left hand all the way to the earth. Wherever you are, if you want a challenge, I want you to see if you can take your eye line up to that right arm, squeezing that right shoulder behind the body. 3, 2, 1. Lovely, guys. Bringing both hands on the inside of that right leg, coming down into that lunge as you lift that back heel off. Stepping that left foot back to find your plank. Exhale, chaturanga, chest to floor. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. You're going to take that big hop, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Bring the feet together. Inhale, halfway lift, collarbones extend. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, rolling up. Hands high above the head. We're going to take that left knee towards the chest this time. Finding that control and that balance as you push into that right leg. When you're ready, left ankle on top of the right knee as that left knee falls out to the side. Slowly starting to send the hips back as you come into that figure of 4 chair pose. Hands to the heart center, pressure through the palms as you start to feel the shoulder blades squeeze tight. Feel the chest opening up and the space underneath the arms. Fighting for that balance, fighting for that control. Lovely, guys. In 3, 2, 1. Option, release the left leg, bringing the hands to the ground or keeping that figure of 4 as you find that forward fold. Wherever you are, breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1. Hop, step, jump back into your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. This time, take your feet wider than your hips. Give the hips a little shake side to side. Nice and slowly through that lower back. Allowing the space to open up that little bit deeper right now. Lovely, guys. When you're ready, you're going to slowly walk the hands back towards the feet. So you're right at the back of your mat right now. Bringing the feet underneath the hip bones. You're going to take a deep inhale and a big sigh to exhale, finding that release into your forward fold. Feeling the back of the neck lengthen all the way down as you start to bring the chin towards the chest. If it feels good, maybe you hold either elbow, pulling the sides of the body closer towards the ground. Taking that deep breath in and that big breath out. Maybe the backs of the legs extend that little bit further now. Feeling the stretch through the calves, the ankles, the backs of the knees and into the glutes. The space that you're creating through the pelvis and the spine here. Allowing the body to soften and ease into this stretch. If it feels good, maybe you take a gentle swing, pendulum swing, side to side. Allowing it to be gentle through the body here. Slowly, when you're ready, bringing the hands down towards the ground as you soften the knees, walking into your tabletop position. Starting to find that slow cat-cow as you take that deep inhale to lift the chest. And that big exhale to curve. Just imagining your whole body is moving in slow motion right now. Really allowing yourself to be aware as you move through every single part of your body. Being present, noticing, and easing into the spaces that you need. When you're ready, slowly walking the hands back to the knees. And then sitting onto one side as you swing the legs around in front of you. Coming all the way to the top of the mat, both legs are long. We're going to take that forward fold stretch again, so both arms are extending high to the sky. Taking that deep inhale to lift, and that big, slow exhale to find that extension forwards. Feel the difference from the first time we did this in the session and to now. Allow the muscles to deepen further into that stretch. Now they are warm and they're soft and gooey. Allowing the forehead to release heavy into the knees. Allow the elbows to pull towards the earth as they relax on either sides of the legs. Feel the space opening up through the shoulder blades. Allowing the cheeks to soften. And maybe you walk the hands even further away now. Allowing the breath to relax and ease into this stretch. Focusing your energy on your breath. Imagining that with every exhale, your muscles soften and ease deeper into the stretch. Breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1. keeping the body soft as you slowly bring the hands back underneath the shoulders and slowly roll up through the spine. And we're going to roll down into the mat, hugging the knees tight into the chest. And then start to roll the knees in opposite directions, allowing the hips to soften. Allowing that massage into the lower back. When you're ready, start to reverse the circle in the opposite way. And maybe you allow the eyes to soften close here. When you're ready, maybe you want to take your happy baby, or if there's anything else that you want to do before we come into our Shavasana. And slowly, when you're ready, just releasing the legs down to the edges of your mat. Finding that comfortable position for your body. Allowing your palms to turn open to the sky. Releasing any tension or energy that isn't serving you right now. Take a moment to consider all of the moments or circumstances that you escape from in order to not exist in the present moment with what you are feeling so uncomfortable with. When we reach our limits, what would it look like if we stepped one step closer into it, rather than, as we so habitually do, away? When we reach our breaking point, what could these places of discomfort bring to us if we choose to explore them further? What if we asked what it is that we are turning from, stepping out of our usual patterns and into a place of mental and physical challenge? When you want to leave, stay one moment longer. What lives beyond our limits? What are we capable of? Taking a deep inhale through the nose. A big sighs exhale through the mouth. When you're ready, slowly rolling onto your right side. Bringing your hands underneath your head as a gentle pillow. When you're ready, coming to a comfortable seated position just at the top of your mat. Maybe rolling the shoulders, shaking the head if that feels good. Slowly bringing the palms together. Placing your thumb against your chest as you give the heart a little lift up. Bring the chin down towards the thumb. Namaste. Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much, Becky.
You're welcome.
Becky.
That was
Thanks
magic.
very much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Have a good day.